Welcome back to Adelaide Oval, just ahead of the second half of this AFL non-selected trial between Port Adelaide and the Crows, live from Adelaide Oval. 4-4-28 the Crows, Port Adelaide 1-9-15, a margin of 13 points. Daniel Norton with you, Tom Rand and also Lee Gaskin. And Tommy, like we said before, a bit of a scrappy first half, but some good signs, and you just look for glimpses, don't you? Just look for glimpses.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think from a Crows perspective, the fact that Phil Thorpe, their number 2 pick, has kicked a couple of goals would be really encouraging. Hasn't had a stack of the football, but, 2 goals is still a nice return for a half of football. James Borlase has done a really good job as well, an intercept mark, a really good battle with Jake Wiedemann. Pedler was excellent, particularly in that first term, and Sam Berry's got plenty of the football today. That's probably the story for the Crows. And for Port, I think Jake Wiedemann's been maybe their best on ground, Lee, in that first half. He was exceptional, really attacking the football strongly, but he's shown some really good signs today, one of their Magpies players.
He certainly has, Tommy, and obviously with the mid-season draft this year and chance for clubs to pick players up from the state leagues, he's really putting his name forward. And I've liked the game of Boyd Woodcock as well, really playing more in the midfield as opposed to half forward, small forward as you saw last year in the AFL. So, yeah, looking forward to this second half.
I like Mead and Schofield as well. I think they've been clean in tight contests as well. So, 2 son of guns, which is great for Port Adelaide. So, at the bounce, the familiar setup again. It will be Hayes up against Strawn. Hayes tries to reach over the top. Berry will get the first touch of the ball for the second half of the Crows as they punch the ball forward towards centre half forward. Ball pitches just in front of that Crows player. Well, good pick up there. Tries to get the handball free. Berry again gets there. Jams on the left foot. He's knocked up getting the football today. Newchurch finds some space. Handball. Crows go forward. Drop punt. This will be a good start to the second half. It just goes to the left of the goalpost there, through for a minor score. But some good football, some quick hands. Berry getting his hands on the football, and Newchurch seems to have time and space.
He certainly does. I love that the centre bounce there, Sam Berry versus Cam Sutcliffe. Like, we've seen Cam for a number of years plays a tagger, and so really good education there for Berry.
And Gollant was the man who had the shot at goal. He couldn't quite convert. He kicked the first of the game, but couldn't quite get it there. Crows go inside 50, and the mark is taken probably about 55 metres out from goal. And this young man had quite a bit of the football in that first half, Oliver Clark, and it was Marini and also Lockie Matthews that were working together to get that ball to Clark. So he'll line up from, well, the paint of the 50, I reckon. It'll take a big effort from here. 45-degree angle. We're right behind him as he has his shot at goal. He's just hooked it. Distance right there. Himmelberg goes up, couldn't take it. Tries to then throw it on the boot. Passini picks it up. The umpire has called holding the ball. Had a nice jump at it there, Elliot Himmelberg, but tackled as he went to ground. So it'll be a free kick here for Garner, who goes long. Outside 50 now. Ball ace is there. Can he take the mark? No, he can't. Ball comes off hands. We've got a few players around this football. In there is Mead. Crows, though, get it out. That was nicely done. Worked out towards the boundary there by Taylor. Just handballed it to himself and then ran after it. Going in after it there is Sutcliffe. He can't take the football. Mead again going after it. And the ball now goes out of play. And we'll get a boundary throw in. And there's been just the one behind added so far in this half. It's gone the way of the Crows. They lead by 14 points. 2 minutes gone in the third term.
Just a reminder, no spectators at today's game due to COVID protocols enforced by the AFL. But it is a pleasure. Thanks to Balfour's bringing you today's action live stream here from Albert Oval. She got dumped in the tackle there, Sutcliffe. There's just been a little bit going on there between Sutcliffe and some of the Crows players. We love that, a little bit of niggle. So Port Adelaide try and bring the ball out of defence, jams it on the boot. And a good mark going back with a flight there is Marini. Stood up there when the cavalry were coming. So Marini, left foot, puts it inside 50. Big pack of plays, almost too easy. Oh, far too easy there. And the big man has taken that mark there for the Crows, and that is Thilthorpe again, shooting for goal number 3. Geez, he got held out, and that was just too easy.
Really just to show our strength against his defender there, wasn't it? And just pushing him off. Was that Tyson Goldsack there? Was that the one his defender there? Yeah, really strong work from Thilthorpe.
Look, we've seen him from directly in front. Let's have a look at him from a 45-degree angle. 35 metres out, leans back, pushes it, just across the face of goal. But still a neat kick. He's kicked 2-1, and he's looked very, very likely when the ball goes forward.
That was really nice. I think that'll be the most pleasing highlight almost of the day for Thilthorpe and for Crows fans who want to see a bit from the young man, and that was some really nice signs. They go long here, Port, again through Leonard. Now they look to go forward for the first time really in this half. Here's Worrell up against Woodcock. This should be a good battle. Woodcock's been exceptional today. Just got that one off the side of the boot. Didn't get the purchase he wanted. Burgoyne couldn't take the mark. He's been pretty quiet today. A couple of touches. Ball now comes out. Spilled out on the defensive 50 here for the Crows. They get the footy now through Merritt, who goes long. Frederick couldn't take the mark there for Port. Picking it up there was Berry. His kick was partially smothered. Still managed to gain about 10 or 15 metres. Thilthorpe did well. Put it on the left boot. That's an outstanding kick. Gee, that was good skills from the big fella. Great stuff. He gets it off to Clark, who goes inside 50, and a nice intercept mark is taken there by Leonard. He looks to play on quickly. Gets it over the top. That was nicely done, and the mark is taken by Moore. He comes in board. Mays now goes one way, then the next, changes direction. Port Adelaide, this is better, looking to go up inside 50. Ball getting in there now, turning or trying to turn his man, not able to do so. Taylor laid a strong tackle, ball goes out of play, and we'll get a throw in about 30 metres out here from Port's goal. They trail by 15 points. 4.5 gone in the third term.
Young Montgomery there, obviously son of Port Adelaide, assistant coach Brett Montgomery. So we've referred to it a few times this afternoon. Father, sons everywhere out there for Port Adelaide. So Williams tries to get free. Umpire says that's a throw and a correct decision. The free kick there will go to Mitch Hinge. So Mitch Hinge, the former Brisbane Lion, left-footed. Now he's got big trouble. Didn't see Williams coming. Shows him a clean pair of heels. So good result in the end. What ends well is good. Now Himmelberg marks well. Plays onto Marini. Marini handballs over the top to Thilthorpe. Thilthorpe has time to think about it. Goes to Newchurch. Newchurch runs over the football. Frederick grabs him up. So does Goldsack. And Newchurch is now in big trouble. And umpire says, I will ball that up. So Thilthorpe thought his way through it, had a chance there. Adelaide just fumbled at the wrong time.
It was a really nice play, just couldn't hit that kick when he really needed to, and Newchurch has got a bad bounce.
Himmelberg up against Hayes. Hayes gets it down towards Mays. Now, Mays had a lot of the football. Handballs towards Moore. Moore around the corner for Port Adelaide. And a good mark there, a strong mark there by Max Merritt and the Meteors. So they go forward there. Number 57 of the Crows. That's a magnificent kick by Cameron Hutchins. And Adelaide moving the ball very well until that's what you do. You see, you put the jinx on them, and Sam Hayes takes it for Port Adelaide and clears defensively way over to the other side of the ground. And a very good mark there taken there by Ben Edwards.
So Ben Edwards now looking to come back in board. Leonard's had plenty of the football today. He wants to run and carry, gives it back to Edwards, and now they transfer play completely. And coming up towards Woodcock, who's been really busy today. He's on Worrell. Runs around quickly, thumps it long up inside 50 looking for Williams, but doing a good job there was Strawn. Just getting in the way, the big ruckman, and that's what you want from the big fella.
He's done that a lot today, hasn't he?
He's been good.
Like the Rock of Gibraltar back there.
Yeah, he's done that really nicely.
He's developing nicely, Strawn. His third season, I think, at the Crows. He's really coming to his own now.
And they need those backup options, don't they, as they look to go forward here. The Crows, Thilthorpe's been outstanding in this second half. Already with a couple of goals to his name. Here's Newchurch. He's got some wheels. He takes the mark. He can run into the open goal. And it's as easy as that. Brilliant end-to-end stuff. Thilthorpe to Newchurch. And that's another goal there for Adelaide, the first of the second half. And the skills there from Thilthorpe to set up Newchurch, just first class.
That's the sort of play the Crows would love to see for the next decade, Tommy. Thilthorpe getting the ball about half forward. Probably want him a bit deeper, but, you know, had the skills and the pace and the awareness as well to put it right in front of Newchurch, who just put on the jets, and when he got it, he was gone. That was a sensational bit of play.
Spare a thought for Tyson Goldsack. Those 33-year-old legs putting in the big ones as Newchurch has bolted from centre half forward. He saw the space, he saw it, and you could see Goldsack. It was like one of those greyhounds. You knew you're never going to quite get there.
Yeah, he was thinking,
never going to get there.
Why am I playing at 8:30 in the morning? I thought I'd given this up, and he's chasing Tarek Newchurch, which is probably one of the toughest tasks you're going to get for the day.
Thilthorpe playing really well in this AFL non-selected game. He's playing really
sensational.
Looking forward to seeing him play at a more senior level, obviously, in the coming weeks. At the bounce, Hayes gets the ball down, handball on the up there towards the Crows player in Hutchins. Hutchins gets it, free kick forward. Now Goldsack, bad bounce, B-grade bounce. Port Adelaide, though, wrap it up. That's dangerous. Thilthorpe, quick hands to Himmelberg. Himmelberg around the body. Has it got the bounce? Yes, it has.
Beautiful finish from Himmelberg. That's the sort of skills you want to see from the big man.
And I thought the hands there from Thilthorpe, quick as you like, gave it to Himmelberg, opened up the space, a snap and a bounce through. And Adelaide, they've kick-started this second half full of running. 6-6-42. Port Adelaide 1-9-15.
I'll tell you what, Lee. Riley Thilthorpe, couple of goals in that first half, but only maybe 3 touches. This second half, he's had 7 touches, I reckon, already in, 8.5 minutes of football, and he has just been outstanding.
Well, it's great to see him getting involved. We saw him a bit higher before there. He was inside 50, but it's just got that sort of awareness and, the quick hands, knowing where his teammates are. It's what you want to see, and it's easy to see why the Crows took him so high in the draft last year.
Good learning curve too for Passini. Passini's on him at the moment for Port Adelaide now.
Yep.
Only a young player as well, obviously only in his second pre-season at the moment. So good experience for both players today. Really good experience.
Here's Hayes and Strong going at it in the ruck. They've done that pretty much all day. Berry now, who's been solid for the Crows, gets the ball forward, looking for a teammate, not able to find one there in Matthews, who was going after the footy, but they get another opportunity.
Berry hurt too.
And here's Hutchins. Okay, so Berry's still down. Yeah, good call, Norts. And another big mark taken inside 50, and they'll get another shot at goal. Is that Thilthorpe again?
Yeah.
I think it might be.
Yes, it is.
So a great grab again. Now, Berry, you can just see him at the bottom of the screen getting to his feet, so he's okay. That's good to see. Just copped a bit of a knock and he was slow to his feet, but now running off. But Riley Thilthorpe, again, a contested mark, and he'll line up from about 45 metres out on a fairly sharp angle. So you'll get a good look at it here. Kicking towards the southern end. Kicks on its way, just drifting across the face of goal and through for one behind. So he's still got just the 2 goals for the day, but he has been comfortably the best man on the ground in this second half, and he's showing some really good stuff. And the Crows move along to 6-7-43. The Power, 1 goal, 9-15, 10 minutes gone, third term.
If you just tuned in, no breeze here at Alberton Oval today, not favouring any end. It is perfect conditions, heading for a maximum here in Adelaide, 28 degrees. For those members from both clubs listening to state, I'd like to say a big welcome to those people around the world and right around Australia as well. So I hope you're enjoying today's coverage here from Alberton Oval. Good grab, protected the space really, really well there, that Crows player in Jack Lewis. So Lewis goes short, little left foot, just goes far enough. And the Crows look to move the ball through the centre field. Goes long towards centre forward. Big pack of players. Port Adelaide player picks the ball up. Little look away handball to Mays. Mays will just try and hit up Dylan Williams here with a short pass, and he does. So 3 kicks from goal. Short to Sutcliffe, wearing the number 1. Chips in board. Looks for Wiedemann. Finds Wiedemann. Good grab and certainly a good pass there. And Port Adelaide look to kick their second goal for the game. But good transition football, Lee.
That's outstanding play, and I think Josh Warren, a bit of a learning opportunity for him there. He just gave Dylan Williams too much room, and then he wasn't able to come back and then cut the space off for Cam Sutcliffe. So he's got to do one or the other in that circumstance. So bit of a learning opportunity for Josh Warren going forward. The
son of Wayne Wiedemann. Can you believe that? We remember that in those 90s, weed. So Jake Wiedemann from 40, he's just pushed that, I think, to the right. It just caught the breeze there. Not much breeze here at Alberton, but just caught it and went to the right. So another minor score for Port Adelaide. That scoreboard reading a little bit uneasy at the moment from a goals and behind situation. 110-16 to the Crows. They are kicking well, 6-7-43, or certainly kicking better than Port Adelaide.
Okay, ball into the middle of the ground here now, and trying to dive on top of it and take it was Lockie Ryan. Ball comes out though, and the kick over the top. Mays is there. If he can trap it, there's a chance for a goal here. Handballs it back in board. That was nicely done. Now over the top here to Williams, who knew that he was going to be tackled, so he tried to tap it back himself, but it was rushed through for one behind. Ollie Lord was also involved in that exchange. And another behind here for the Power. They move along to 111, can you believe, 17. The Crows 6-7-43.
I guess like we did say, though, a lot of those behinds have been rushed.
They have been rushed. And if you're just joining us, Riley Thilthorpe, the only multiple goal kicker out there with a couple. And some really good signs, though, from him and a few other players. Jake Wiedemann for Port today, who just had one behind. But the margin at the moment, 26 points in favour of the Crows.
Yeah, handy lead midway through the third quarter, so both teams just sort of feeling each other out here, early stages of the second half. Down towards Newchurch, good pick up there by the Crows player, and now they're away. Clark handballs over the top to the young man in Walton. Walton on the left foot, kicks towards half forward. Now it's Passini versus Marshman.
Well,
Passini did well, just kept his feet, goes short to Leanett, and Leanett finds Wiedemann again, who's had a lot of the footy. So Wiedemann goes in short to a 3-on-1, if you don't mind. That's got to be precise, and it wasn't quite what he was looking for. The Crows try and wrap it up there now, and will try and hold it in for a ball up, and that's what they've got. So trying to pick off a little 2-on-1 there.
See what he's trying to do there by trying to hit that 45 kick and get back in the corridor. But I think in that circumstance, 3-on-1, you probably just play the safe option down the line.
So Strawn now, that'll be a free kick to the Port Adelaide player. Play on advantage. Schofield goes short. Gee, Wiedemann just running in great patterns at the moment. Woodcock now, he's in trouble too high, surely. And that will be a free kick to Boyd Woodcock, about 60 metres out, right on the Macron logo here at Alberton Oval. So Woodcock goes long towards the teeth of the square. Pack of players emerge. Well done there by Worrell. Handballs to Strawn. Strawn goes wide to Marshman. Now, what can Marshman do? He tries to pick it up. He looks a little ungainly, but snaps around the body and does really well in the end. And a good strong mark there by Lockie Gollan to kick the first goal of the game.
He did, and it's a nice kick as well. Gets it inboard and finds O'Connor, who got it on quickly, and now the ball up towards the attacking 50. Berry, maybe a fraction too far out to score, so he plays on quickly. Philthorpe over the top, takes the chest mark. Well, he deserves a goal because his second half thus far has been just magnificent. He's going to have to run around here, so let's see if he can think his way through this. You can see Garner there. He's about 10 metres away. He's not allowed to come inside that, so he's going to go on the left boot, is he? He does. Hooks it around, and I reckon he's done it beautifully well. He's showing us he can kick on both feet. That's a really nice finish there by Riley Philthorpe, who's now kicked 3, and he's having a very, very good day, and particularly in this second half, Lee, he's been sensational.
That was all set up by that, just the ability to sort of take the mark and then a quick handball and just keep moving the ball on, Tommy, because they were able to get a quick play. I really like that from the Crows. You can see that's the style of play that Matthew Nix is trying to implement this season. Last year he came in, just I suppose better down some key foundation points, and probably now he's trying to put another layer of game style into the club in his second year in charge. So very promising signs, and the third goal for Philthorpe is looking great.
He's looking sensational. All thanks to Balfours, Daniel Norton, Lee Gaskin, our AFL Chief Reporter, and myself, Tom Wren. Hope you're enjoying the coverage here today from Alberton Oval. Just a reminder, this is the non-selected AFL game, and then we've got the senior match starting at 11:30. So back-to-back games, wherever you're streaming. I hope you're enjoying it. I think we're going to get a secondary bounce here. 25-minute quarters in this match. And perhaps a little bit surprisingly, Philthorpe not playing in the senior match, Lee, but he's certainly showing us that he's got a ton of ability. And Elliot Himmelberg, another one who also wasn't selected.
I think based on today's performance, Tommy, it'd be a shock if we don't see Riley Philthorpe next week in the the other game down at Noarlunga against Port Adelaide.
Yeah, no doubt, particularly what we've seen at the start of this second half.
Boys, we're going to take a short 5 or 10 minute break. We're just going to work through some technical issues at the moment, so stay with us. The stream will continue. The commentary team will take a 5 or 10 minute break. We'll be back hopefully at 3/4 time to bring you all the details and all the action from the last quarter here at Alberton.